Dear primary twos, I welcome you back to our 6th lesson. In this lesson, we are going to look at the apostles of Jesus. Apostles of Jesus. When I talk of apostles of Jesus, in brackets we have disciples. Who is an apostle? Who are the apostles? The apostles were the 12 chosen men who followed Jesus. Apostles were those 12 chosen men Jesus chose himself to follow him. They were 12 in number. Those ones were known as apostles. When I talk of disciples, who is a disciple? A disciple is a follower of Jesus. You can be a disciple. I may be a disciple. Any other person may be a disciple. How do you become a disciple? When you accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior and you follow him. Doesn't mean that you follow him at his back. No. Do the things he wants you to do. Be exemplary. Copy his examples. Copy his characters and do the things he did. When you do those things, you become a disciple. So these apostles may be called apostles or disciples. Why? Because they were chosen by Jesus, they were apostles, and at the same time, they followed him. That's why you call them apostles or disciples of Jesus. Names of the apostles or disciples. I have told you there were 12 in number. The first one was known as Simon Peter. Simon Peter was the first chosen man by Jesus to follow him. This was the first apostle, Simon Peter. He was a fisherman. Andrew, John, James. These four were fishermen. When I talk of a fisherman, I mean a person who catches fish, either from a lake or a river. Simon Peter, Andrew, John, James, Thomas, Simon the Patriot, Bartholomew, James son of Alphaeus. We have put the father on James because there are two Jameses. I want you to differentiate the first James and this James. This is James son of Alphaeus. Philip, Matthew, Levi. Here we are saying Matthew or Levi. This Levi means a tax collector. Matthew was a taxi collector. Thaddeus, Judas Iscariot. The apostles were 12 in number, and these apostles were chosen by Jesus himself to help him perform the duties he had to perform, because he could not perform the duties alone. These 12 apostles, here we have the listed apostles. Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus. This 12th apostle is the one who betrayed Jesus. You all know that Jesus was nailed on a cross. But those people who wanted to kill Jesus on the cross, out of these 12 apostles, remember Jesus was the 13th person. They could not identify who Jesus was. But this Judas Iscariot helped them identify Jesus. After him accepting maybe the money those men gave Jesus. Always remember that when a person asks you who betrayed Jesus, you say Judas Iscariot. Simon Peter. Simon Peter denied Jesus 3 times. After Jesus being arrested, when he was there being punished, beaten, he was beaten by those men. One of those men identified Simon Peter, and he was like, even that one was following this man we want to kill. Simon Peter said, no, me I don't know that man. He had to deny Jesus 3 times. There are those people who were like, we saw you with this person. He was, no, I even don't know. I saw you upon the living God. So Simon Peter denied Jesus. Why? Maybe he feared to be killed with Jesus. He thought that when he accepts, they will also kill him. Thomas doubted the resurrection of Jesus. After Jesus died, the Bible tells us that Jesus had to resurrect. Resurrection means coming back to life from death. So, indeed, the saying came true. Our Jesus resurrected from the dead. But this Apostle Thomas, all the people were saying Jesus is back, Jesus is back. He doubted, he said, "Nay, I shall believe after touching Jesus, and I feel the flesh and his bones, maybe even I see the holes where the nails were nailed." So Thomas doubted the resurrection of Jesus. John. This John was the most beloved apostle. John, the most beloved apostle. John was the most beloved apostle. Jesus loved him so much. So I have put a note here to help you know when I ask you who betrayed Jesus, you have to stand firm and say Judas Iscariot. Who denied Jesus 3 times? Don't even stammer. You just say Simon Peter. Which apostle doubted the resurrection of Jesus? You say someone. And who was the most beloved apostle? You say John. After Judas betraying Jesus, they gave him money. But after getting Jesus' death, maybe this one realized that he had done something bad. Instead of him bowing down and repent, what he did, he killed himself. So remember, the apostles were 12. After this one's death, again they become 12. Who replaced this one? Matthias. Matthias replaced was the apostle who replaced Judas Iscariot after his death. Are you getting me, children? The apostles were 12 in number, but after the betrayal of Jesus, the person who betrayed him killed himself. Now he's dead, they could not leave them 11. They had to look for a replacer, and the replacer was known as Matthias. Angels, those were the apostles of Jesus. They were 12 in number. I have told you the apostles were the 12 chosen men to follow Jesus. This work is on the hard copies got from the school. Please answer the work, read it through with the guideline, with the help of the video, and answer the work. Do not just read as if you're reading news, but understand what you're reading and use a good handwriting. Thank you very much for listening, my angels. Always listen to your parents, and please take Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. Have a good week.